How different is the Silver Surfer from comics to screen?
I don't know.
The very Marvel name Silver Surfer has appeared in hundreds of Marvel comics, so there's a significant amount of lore surrounding this character. On the big screen, we've seen the character be adapted in a couple of different ways, including in the Fantastic Four First Steps. So let's find out how different they are in the comics to those appearances on screen. Norrin Radd's Silver Surfer made his first appearance in 1965's Fantastic Four issue 48, written and illustrated by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. In the issue, a being known as the Silver Surfer flies through space on a matching surfboard. The Skrulls' home planet notices this, and knowing that whenever the Silver Surfer appears, his master Galactus isn't too far behind ready to eat a planet, they black out their planet to hide from the cosmic being. However, it doesn't seem like the Silver Surfer is after their planet, because on Earth, the sky lights up in fire, but it's not the Human Torch's doing, instead done by the Watcher trying to hide Earth from Galactus' herald. Despite this, the Silver Surfer flies through the cloak into Earth and onto the very Marvel-named Baxter Building, home of the Fantastic Four. The very Marvel-named team arrive to the rooftop just as the Silver Surfer is sending a cosmic signal to his master. They then attack him, but it's too late. Moments later, we get our first look at the one known as Galactus, a giant being with a pointy helmet ready to consume Earth. The issue ends there for the Silver Surfer's first appearance, but the story arc runs over the next two issues, where Galactus has a costume change, the Watcher and Fantastic Four try to change Galactus' mind about eating their planet, Galactus declines, so the Fantastic Four attack, but that does nothing. Meanwhile, the Silver Surfer is in Alicia Masters' apartment, recovering from his attack by Ben. Masters tries to help the Silver Surfer turn to the light side of the Force, and after a while is convinced. As Johnny goes to Galactus' ship to get the ultimate nullifier weapon to use against the Planet Eater, the Silver Surfer's change of heart allows him to retrieve the weapon while the Surfer buys time by finding Galactus. Upon returning with the ultimate nullifier, Reed threatens to use it against Galactus if he doesn't leave Earth alone. So Galactus agrees, takes back the weapon, denounces the Silver Surfer as his herald, removes his space-time powers, and leaves, leaving the Silver Surfer stuck on Earth. The character made his first appearance on the big screen in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, where we can see a lot of similarities, including being Galactus' herald and changing sides. However, instead of being convinced by Alicia Masters, like in the comics, it was the very Marvel named Sue Storm who helped him see the light. Now, while that might have been the Silver Surfer's first appearance, it didn't really delve into the character's origin, so let's compare how different that is. Norrin Radd lived on the technologically advanced planet of Zenn-La. The planet was free from disease, poverty, famine, and war. It was basically a perfect world. However, one day Galactus approached this place in his ship, intending to eat it. Because Zenn-La was a peaceful place, they didn't have the weaponry to destroy the cosmic being, so Norrin boarded a spacecraft and met up with Galactus. In order to save his home, Radd made a deal with Galactus that would see him become his herald, searching for other planets to consume if Zenn-La was spared. Galactus agreed, meaning Norrin not only had to say goodbye to his love, Shalla-Bal, but also his home and himself, as the cosmic being turned Norrin into the metal man known as the Silver Surfer. Initially only intending on finding Galactus planets which were free of living creatures, the passing of time eventually led to going against this, which ties us back to his first appearance in Fantastic Four issue 48, where the Silver Surfer offers up Earth, a planet with living people. This origin isn't something we actually see in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, but it's explained in more or less the same way as how it's depicted in the comics. So that was Norrin Radd's first appearance and origin as the Silver Surfer, but in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie, Shalla-Bal was the Silver Surfer, who too has been Galactus' herald on page. First appearing in 2000's Earth X issue 12, written and illustrated by Jim Kruger, Alex Ross, and John Paul Leon, Shalla-Bal is a Silver Surfer on Earth 9997. Now I say a Silver Surfer of that universe because Norrin was also the Silver Surfer there too. Franklin Richards was Galactus after the previous had been destroyed. Richards used his power to allow Shalla-Bal and Norrin to be reunited by giving her the same abilities as the current Silver Surfer, becoming Franklin's second herald.
I herald Galactus.
Like most great characters, the Silver Surfer has a complex personality. Norrin was raised by his father after his mother died, teaching him to seek knowledge, leading to him becoming highly intelligent. Though, due to the planet's utopia, Norrin felt like life had no purpose, so instead of searching for fun in the world that existed, he looked for ways to challenge himself. That challenge came when Galactus sought to eat Zenn-La, which led to Norrin selflessly sacrificing himself to become the Silver Surfer. The change in appearance also came with a change of personality to someone who was more unemotional and isolated. Later this evolved into guilt from his actions, reflecting and looking to make amends. We also see more of his emotion come back as someone who is compassionate and looking to avoid conflict when necessary. Even when he's returned to Galactus as his herald, he tries to make sure it's for the greater good. I mentioned that Galactus stranded the Silver Surfer on Earth, but once he was able to leave, he explored the cosmos searching for connection with planets and people. So essentially Norrin's personality is more or less how it's translated to screen. Because Shalla-Bal's version of the Silver Surfer has appeared in very few comics, we don't know a lot about that version of the character, but it's assumed her early life is the same as what it is in the Marvel Prime universe, where she's deeply in love with Norrin, who wants to go with him when he becomes the Silver Surfer, believing she'll never find another person like him. Although this love didn't blind her, she was self-aware and compassionate, being able to notice others' emotions. The pair met at a young age and eventually fell in love. After Norrin left to become the Silver Surfer, Shalla-Bal reluctantly became the Empress of Zenn-La. She was reluctant due to the weight of responsibility, but she became well respected in the position. She and Norrin later came back together, but Shalla-Bal rejected his marriage proposal, feeling her role as Empress would take time away from their love. Shalla-Bal's Silver Surfer persona seen in the Fantastic Four First Steps movie shows someone who is willing to become Galactus' herald to save her child and planet. This seems to have led to her memories being wiped so she could serve Galactus' every sinister command. However, Johnny was able to eventually help the Silver Surfer remember who she was, leading to her helping the Fantastic Four defeat Purple Helmet Guy.
I will no longer serve.
Now, what's the Silver Surfer's connection to other characters? Romantically, I've spoken about Norrin and Shalla-Bal's relationship, but Norrin has also had a romance in the comics with Alicia Masters, Frankie Reyes Nova, and was married to Dawn Greenwood before she passed away. We've seen the Silver Surfer's connection with the Fantastic Four on page and screen, but another notable team the character has been linked to in the comics is the Defenders, a group which Norrin was the first new member to join after its initial formation. And as for the Silver Surfer's notable villains, those include, but not limited to, Galactus, Thanos, Annihilus, Doctor Doom, Mephisto, and Norrin also once became Carnage Cosmic.
There's gonna be carnage.
Physically speaking, the Silver Surfer is a metallic silver being who flies around on a surfboard. The character is one of the most powerful in the entire universe, thanks to the cosmic powers given by Galactus that allows the Silver Surfer to have super strength, speed, agility, reflexes, stamina, healing, senses, intangibility, along with many other capabilities. This power also means the Silver Surfer is close to immortal, with near impenetrable skin and the ability to breathe in any environment, including outer space and lava. Despite this power, the character often holds back, only using an amount that's required for a task. But if they wanted, the Silver Surfer could destroy an entire planet. As for the Cosmic Surfboard, it too is covered in the Silver Galactus glaze, meaning it's virtually indestructible. The board allows the rider to fly at speeds faster than light, and is linked to the Silver Surfer's mind, allowing the cosmic being to mentally control it. Having said that, the quote,
To me, my board,
was often spoken to summon it. I don't know exactly when it was first said in the comics, but the earliest I could find was Silver Surfer issue 3 from 1968. Although I could be wrong, there is a chance it may have been said 517 times before that. As for Norrin Radd's appearance, he had a bald head, which was caused by a laser hair removal treatment given to all men on Zenn-La when they enter manhood. Norrin Radd isn't the only Marvel Prime character who's gone by the Silver Surfer. So is the Skrull Bartak, Frankenstein's monster, Borgo, Nancy Whitehead, and Roberta. As for Marvel Prime Silver Surfer, Norrin might be from the universe with the character's most appearances, but other notable Silver Surfers across the comic multiverse include a version where Norrin rides a skateboard instead of a surfboard, Silver Snowboarder rides a snowboard, the Keeper is the protector of the universe who wears the quantum bands, the Silver Burper burps uncontrollably, Red Surfer is red instead of silver, Silverback Surfer is a silverback gorilla, Herald was an announcer and messenger to Zhang Zhu at the Ten Ring School, William Lincoln Silver Racer combines Silver Surfer and the DC character Black Racer. In that same universe, Silver Tornado combines Silver Surfer with the DC character Red Tornado. Another Marvel and DC combo character combines Silver Surfer and Streaky the Supercat. In one of the universes, instead of becoming the Silver Surfer, Norrin Radd and Shalla-Bal escaped Zenn-La in a cruiser just before it exploded. What if Galactus tried to sell the Silver Surfer to make money off the silver? The Silver Surfer of Earth 99062 put an ad in the newspaper looking for someone to deliver pizzas to Galactus. There's a Silver Surfer who had to find Galactus a toilet after he got food poisoning from eating Ego the Living Planet. There's a universe where Norrin Radd is Sorcerer Supreme. I am Groot. The Fallen One was worthy to wield Mjolnir. In one of the universes, the Silver Surfer wore a motion capture suit and had a fight against a CGI Wolverine. Hercules' granddaughter was the Silver Surfer on Earth 829. There's a Galactus that absorbed that universe's Silver Surfer to become Silver Galactus. And even Deadpool's been the Silver Surfer.
What the
As for some other notable comic events that the Silver Surfer has been a part of, those include, but not limited to, the Second Secret Wars, where the Beyonder came to Earth to understand what it's like to be a person. The Infinity Saga event is something Norrin was a major character in, even being the one to warn Earth of Thanos in the way Banner did it in the Infinity War movie. And the Silver Surfer was also a part of the Annihilation event, where cosmic heroes try to stop Annihilus' reckoning.
All that you know is at an end.
Hey, you want to hear some fun facts about the Silver Surfer?
I have no choice.
Here are some fun facts about the Silver Surfer. At the end of Marvel's What If TV series, there's a Silver Surfer variant who's Jubilee. Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of the Silver Surfer character, even writing the scene in Crimson Tide about whose version of the Silver Surfer is better, Kirby's or Mobius's. Then for his film Reservoir Dogs, there's a Silver Surfer poster on Mr. Orange's apartment wall. Speaking of Tarantino's love of the character, he even tried to make a Silver Surfer movie, but he wasn't the only one. Back before Marvel Studios built the most successful movie franchise in history, University of Southern California students Eric Fleming and Robert Letterman went to the production company in 1989, asking for permission to make a short film featuring the Silver Surfer as proof of concept for creating realistic silver-colored people using CGI. It was somehow approved, and on the 21st of September 1993, premiered at the Uni's First Look Film Festival. Due to being a noteworthy film school, this created the attention and interest from major studios to create a feature-length film based on the character. So fresh off the back of Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino pitched a script, but it was turned down. While the writer of Seven, Andrew Kevin Walker, also wrote a version for 20th Century Fox in the year 2000, although nothing came of that either. While making the 2007 film Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, the idea for a solo movie once again resurfaced, with the idea to spin off events from that film, where Norrin Radd returns to his home planet Zanla to learn about his past and powers. Director Tim Story said the movie was going to feature a more comic-accurate looking Galactus, but unfortunately the film was cancelled due to the underwhelming financial and critical reception of Rise of the Silver Surfer. By 2022, rumours about a Silver Surfer special presentation for Disney Plus were being spoken about after the success of Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. While nothing was officially announced, according to the Cosmic Circus, this special would have been a story not connected to any of the other MCU movies or shows and be set in deep space. However, even if this rumour was true, it seemed the studio decided to instead include the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four: First Steps. In Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Doug Jones did the motion capture for the Silver Surfer, but he was also going to be the voice of the character before Lawrence Fishburne came in to replace him. You can actually hear Jones' voice in the first trailer.
All that you know is at an end.
Other actors considered to voice the role included Digimon Honsu, Gary Sinners, and Timothy Oliphant. As for Fantastic Four: First Steps, Anya Taylor-Joy was rumoured to play Shalla-Bal before going to Julia Garner.
completely covered in silver, and it was flying this like a surfboard type thing.
The Silver Surfer is one of Marvel's most noteworthy characters. We've only seen the character put to screen a couple of times, so there are significantly more stories told with them in the comics. While there are some major differences from page to screen, and elements one medium has covered and the other hasn't, there are also many similarities, and I think all actors have done a great job to capture a compelling on-screen portrayal. Like most Marvel characters who've appeared in many comics, they've had time to evolve and change, so the movies use this to their advantage and create a version that best reflects this in the modern day and what works for the movie. The reason why I started this series was to show that there are many differences from page to screen, and that's okay. A good story is a good story. But thanks for watching! Let me know in the comments what your favourite movie, show, or comic featuring the Silver Surfer is. And don't forget to absolutely obliterate those like, subscribe, and share buttons. I'm just kidding. Only do it with enough force that it registers. I don't want any of you breaking whatever device you're watching this on.